My boy was gone.
What's going on? It's the vibes. What's going on, y'all? I go by the name of DJ Oso. Coming back to you with yet another interview.
It's the vibes.
With my main man, Mr. Turner.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. A long time overdue.
But I mean, better now than never, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Better now than never.
You know what I'm saying? Glad to see you in good spirits.
Always, bro.
Always, bro.
Life is always gonna life, but it's what you make of it, right?
Damn right, bro. We're gonna get right into it as usual. We gotta wait too long, right? What first inspired you to become a DJ?
All right, well, first things first, I'm not a DJ.
Okay.
I can DJ, I know how to DJ,
Okay.
I'm not a DJ. And that's no disrespect to any DJ. I respect their craft and their talent too much to consider myself a DJ or a selector.
Okay.
I'm an international entertainer. The difference, even though I can DJ, I choose not to. My joy, my comfort, my impact is on the mic.
Okay.
Pause, no diddy. Being able to impact the masses, whether it's through my vibes, whether it's through my words, whether it's through my energy, whether it's through me just being myself every day, all day. That's, but what inspired me, my family's from Trinidad. Okay. I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn. Okay. What inspired me, I would say watching Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Kevin Hart, P. Diddy at the time, the impact and the life that they live doing the things they loved. Seeing how they would have our people get a sense of hope and, the ability to do and be whatever it is you want to be.
Right.
Growing up East New York, Brooklyn, I'm used to seeing, police sirens, smelling gun smoke.
Rough fuck.
You know what I'm saying? I'm used to, the gang fights. I'm used to everything else.
Right.
So it's like, if I'm able to tap into that lifestyle, I want it. And then my step pops was a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. And my pops loved a good party, you know what I'm saying? So, and my mother would tell you she's the original turn up. So I think having a mix of all of that, and then also seeing, my step pop's love for music, it inspired me to want entertainment to whatever form. And growing up, not knowing exactly what I wanted in entertainment, because I wanted it all, I seen myself doing it all, that's what I wanted. And, didn't really have the backing, from my mom. Like, naturally, any parent wants stability.
Right.
You working 2-3 jobs. For me, my little brother, my sister to eat. My pops, he's always at work. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that everybody's good. What do you see in entertainment? What success? What is the nearest example? You know what I'm saying? You can't name too many people that that's made it.
Right.
And I always see myself as being that. You'll be able to say, nah, I know Turn Up. You know what I'm saying? I know him, or he grew up from here, or we used to play ball, or we used to fight, or you know what I'm saying? And that desire, that hunger from young, the curiosity just pushed. So in high school, in middle school, I was smart, but I didn't like the work. You know what I'm saying? There was no class to teach you how to talk on the mic, or how to ride in a Lamborghini Benz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no class to teach you how to tell a knock-knock joke or a stand-up joke. They don't have that. So in me seeing that there was no examples of those classes, I was bored.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being bored. So I used to drift off, not pay attention. I did just enough to pass. You know what I'm saying? Got in fights, got in trouble, did the neighborhood thing.
Right.
It wasn't until I got to high school and my mother got sick my senior year of high school. She had 2 seizures at her job. And now it's like, I didn't care whether or not I went to college. Again, I knew what I wanted. I wanted the quote unquote fast life, but it wasn't something that I wanted more, you know what I'm saying, when it came to entertainment. But when she got sick, we found out she had a lesion or something on her brain. She had to get surgery, and this was all right before I'm supposed to graduate. So now my step pops is playing an even more bigger role in my life, and it's like, I'm not about to let my mom down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm your firstborn. you ain't go to college because you know what I mean? You had to babysit my older cousin, and then you also had me. So not that your life stopped, you had to maneuver in what you wanted. So I ended up going to Delaware State University, proud HBCU.
Shout it out.
Of course, Hornets. And to be honest with you, that's where I got the name Turn Up. That's why I got the name Turn Up. It wasn't something that I thought of. The DMV has a big influence. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching, you know, Meek Mill's dropping, you know, Flamers, one of his original mixtapes. Meek Mill with the braids. You know what I'm talking about? Really snapping.
Real Meek Mill.
You know what I'm saying? I watched MMG come together, Meek, Rick Ross, Wale, because they performed at Delaware State, and I was able actually to be the host. You know what I'm saying? As a freshman, I'm the host. Because I'm hosting the parties on campus, I'm doing the fraternity events on the plots and stuff. And one of these, somebody from DC, he was like, yo, you lit, Mo. Like, that's their lingo. You lit, Mo.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Then the Philly people be like, nah, you drawing. I'm like,
shout out to Philly.
You know the vibe? Shout out to Philly. And you know what I'm saying? And like, you got so I'm just like, what that mean? And then somebody from Baltimore and DC was like, nah, you turned, fool. Like, you turned. So at first, I was Mr. Turn It Up.
Okay.
You feel me?
Right.
Given my mother being sick, I came back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't stay. I stayed a year. I came back. Couldn't afford it. But that taste of, yo, I'm hosting an event in front of all these people. Everybody saying, turn it up, turn it up. Granted, who knew that that's what I'll become?
Right.
But the feeling, that rush, being able to, Chrisette Michelle hugging me, Def Jam representatives like, yo, we want you to do some college work for us.
Nice.
Yo, I don't even got no experience.
Right.
But I can do this. Like, I really can. When I came back, I was on a mission. Yo, I'm doing this.
Right.
I'm creating this.
Right.
Like, my first event ever.
Right, that's
was
the next question. What was your first gig? Like, what was that like?
My first gig ever was at City Tech. So when I came back, I knew what I wanted to do. I was in me being at Del State, like, I learned how to DJ a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had the Fruity Loops or the Fruit Loops, I forget the programs, you know what I'm saying? All them different programs at the time, you know what I'm saying? Playing around and stuff, but I self-taught. Granted, I watched my step-pops do it. I carried the crates, I've been around music, but it's a difference you doing it, finding your own. But I knew I could do it, I just don't enjoy it as much as I see other people who do it, you know? So I went to every college, because at the time, people throwing parties, but it's like neighborhood parties, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see promoters, it's clubs. I'm not old enough to be in them clubs, but you know what? I was just in college. If I did college parties, I'm gonna come back and do what I know. So I went to every CUNY and, like, literally physically went to every CUNY and was like, yo, I'm a host, I can do all events. Give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance. Usually, colleges and stuff, they already got their events lined up. Their budget already allocated. Right. So if they give you the political info, if something comes up, we'll get back to you, we get back to you. City Tech was like, oh, it's great timing. We actually have an event coming up in 2 days. Oh, wow. Would you be interested? It's a cultural fair. Yes. Without knowing any, yes. You feel me? All right, cool, great. Well, you know, we don't have a budget. We can't pay you. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it. I went up there. Mind you, I got a script because, again, it's a cultural fair. You got people modeling and doing different things. So there's maybe like 15, 20 minutes total that I get to, like, freestyle, like, show me. Right. I flipped it. Flipped it. I'm talking to the point where school safety is coming up to me like dogs. Like, yo, when the next time you gonna be here? They need to get you for one of the parties. Right. Say that. Nice. And everything just, you know what I'm saying, on that aspect grew. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's funny because you said something that I relate to. Especially when I really started going crazy with my own shit. You just say yes. Feel me? You had no or not enough, I could say, background to say, well, or portfolio. You didn't know if you would have came with all your best, but you believed in yourself and you believed at what you could do. So you just did it.
Absolutely.
And I 100% appreciate people that do that. You feel me? Blindsidedly, so to speak, but it's not blindsided because you know yourself.
Absolutely.
You know yourself. You know what you can do. You just haven't done it yet.
And I love to study. I'm a fan of studying history in all forms. I believe everything ties together.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather, right? Undefeated champion, one of the greatest boxers ever. I study. He never studies his opponents, ever. Because he knows what he can do. So he studies the past mistakes and past things he could have done differently in other fights. Because if I'm operating at my best, there's no weapon, there's no force, there's no nothing that's gonna prevent me.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So that's how I show up. Like, I come prepared, but I have the ability to adapt to different circumstances, monkey wrenches, equipment breaking, or something happening, people not knowing the music, and you know what I'm saying? So just that ability and trust in yourself and the not just your talent, but the preparation.
Right.
So,
I appreciate that 100%. Now, as an entertainer, there's a lot of things that go into that, especially being a host, big stages. How do you, for instance, if you're booked somewhere, even internationally, how do you know what to say on the mic to gather that specific crowd so that they follow you? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are not, I mean, even as a DJ, like, there's certain age groups, there's certain different kind of cultures that don't bop to certain music. But I gotta know how to maneuver it, or even if I mix it up and then get them a little taste and then they like it. How do you do that?
Well, it ties back into me enjoying studying. So I've had the privilege of being on tour, you know, with Fresher, 50 Cent, Young and May, being in different arenas. So watching the preparation, you feel me? People may like, for instance, one verse out of 50 Cent whole catalog.
Yeah.
But he's not chasing the people that know his music.
Right.
I want the people that don't know me.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of money. That's a different kind of bag, appreciation. Because once you fall in love with the new work and what you hear, you're gonna go back to look at the old work.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So when it comes to new arenas, like I remember the first time I went to Belize, beautiful country. I ain't know nobody in Belize at all.
Yeah.
But by God's grace, there was a couple people that knew of me.
Nice.
They attended an event that I did at Brooklyn College.
Oh wow.
And in that,
yo,
this is what we trying to do, this is what we trying to create, this is what we trying to build. Big up the Rumma J Mass. In that, I go there blindsided. But before I go, I'm gonna take time. Let me read up on current events, because in being an entertainer, I feel everything intertwines, right? So comedy intertwines with your everyday life. You like to laugh, I like to laugh. You feel me? Or you like music, I like music. So where's the similarities in what we like? Understanding there's some similarities in our everyday life, and then knowing my talent, I put that together, you're gonna fall in love with something I say on the mic. If you don't fall in love with something I say on the mic, damn, why he look like that? I like his beard. First time I went to Belize, I used to wear, I used to have the turn-up pins with my other logo, the little cartoon, because I ain't gonna say I was ahead of the time, but 2016, I had a cartoon logo, when cartooning really wasn't a thing, but I just, you know what I'm saying, like I'm animated in my personality. So I used to have those pens, so when I'm in there, before I even get on stage, a couple people like, yo, I like that pen, I like your pen. All right, you like the pen, cool. So now I'm gonna get on stage, before I say a word, I'm giving them out. So now, I already know some people, I got you here. You feel me? I got you here. All right, I studied a little bit about what's going on in this demographic between, you know, this region or this region, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm not going up there just talking to talk or acting like I know it all. But I'm bringing my everyday life and seeing where we have that same equal footing.
That's it.
So I never think about what I'm gonna say. Unless there's sometimes, like, I know the feeling I want you to walk away with, but I never just say, oh, this is what I'm gonna say in this moment to these. It's about a feeling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so.
I see, because it's really a skill set, bro. Like,
I appreciate it.
A lot of people they don't get it. They don't understand how rare it is to just flow with it.
And that's the thing. And that's why I don't knock no mic man, anybody that MC. I consider myself an entertainer, because in studying, watch Cat Williams or Kevin Hart, they'll throw you subtle jokes, but you'll remember their punchline.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'll do that same formula. Let me pick and choose. Like boxing, I'm gonna throw a couple of jabs before I land a knockout. You get me? If you like one particular part of a song and this song is playing, I'm gonna get you in that mood. So now when that part play, you through the roof.
Right.
You think you in your car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or better yet, you don't know soca.
Right.
You don't like hip hop. But you know what? I know you had a long day at work.
Yeah.
I know you over there babysitting that Don Julio. I know you been on your phone acting like you texting somebody when you not. You don't want no dudes in your face. So you know what? In me having the ability to read the crowd or just connect with people and be an empath, that's when I'm, all right, boom, got him. So now I'm ready to touch the mic because I know what this group doing, that group. So I see you been on your phone, watch the joke I'ma make. Because now you laughing, now you paying attention. Oh girl, he talking about me.
Right, there you go.
You feel me? I used to say something so simple a couple years ago. You see you with the 2 eyes, the nose, and the mouth right there. So now you talking about me?
Yeah.
Now you don't even know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But I got your attention, I got your ear. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, it's just a feeling. You know?
Right, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a real skill set for real. Being that you've been doing this for, how long you been doing this for? Actually?
I'm 11 years in.
11 years in.
Professionally.
So you've been doing this for 11 years. Out of those 11 years professionally, was there an experience or a moment between like audience or DJ that you remember, like a special moment that happened or something that stood out to you, like at an event or somewhere you hosted, something?
There's always different kind of moments. Like something as simple as April 20th. I did Caribbean Day at Rutgers. Big up to Wizzo. They gave me my own dressing room, bro. I never had that feeling. Like, I've been on tour, you feel me? I've been to so many different arenas, but to see your name on, even if granted it's a classroom, but it's the fact that they thought about that.
That's a fact.
Meant everything. And me being in the dressing room, it was like a dude came in, knocked on the door. He's a pianist. He was like, he's a part of the Young Picassos. Big up to the Young Picassos. He knocked on the door. He was like, yo, I don't mean to interrupt, but I see your name on the door, and I'm a fan of your work, this, that, and the third. Yo, I'm a little bit nervous because I know I'm gonna be playing before you. Damn, like that meant a lot. Because who am I? You feel me? Who am I? Something as simple as last summer, July 3rd, I'm in St. Thomas for one of their big festivals with Team Soca, DJ Spice. Now it's a blended audience, you know what I'm saying? And I remember distinctly, it was like 7 people that stood out. Yeah, it was our people, you know what I'm saying? But it was like 7 Caucasian people that stood out. Like it was a couple, and then like 2 like friends. I get off the stage when I'm done. I have the video. This lady came to me, you know, like in her mid-40s, white woman. She said, I never really listened to soca music, but seeing your energy made me want to listen to every soca song that came out. Thank you. A man comes with his wife out of that 7. Listen, hey family, I don't know if you want to drink or anything, but like, thank you for creating a moment for me and my wife.
Right.
Granted, yeah, there's applause and all that stuff going on from everywhere else. You don't even look like me. You don't like we don't even speak the same lingo.
Right. Yeah.
But those, you know what I'm saying? Those moments, you know what I'm saying? So it's plenty that stand out, but you know what I'm saying? Like it feels good. It really feels good. At first, yeah, everybody wants the notoriety because when you're putting in work, you want to be recognized for your works.
Right.
But I had to learn only a few small group that's meticulous in their craft will appreciate the work put in. I'll let the result speak for itself because I'm gonna be confident and bet on me at all times. So.
All times. That's something that I could resonate with, especially with 2 things. You said the work. A lot of what I do, even now with the interviews, like this is something I want to do. You gotta go into this stuff humble. Absolutely. Anything you do, you know what I'm saying? I see the humility in you.
Thank you.
Humble yourself, but just do what you love and love what you do. Everything else is gonna come right after that. Whether it's money you're looking for, whatever, don't focus on that. That shit gonna come right after. And also when I'm DJing, like, I did a spot in Coney Island like last year, I think. And there was a DJ in there before I got there. I came there with a few friends and a few DJ friends. Before I got there, like the crowd wasn't moving, you know what I'm saying? And I get in there, the speaker was a JBL. So I have a Gucci setup. My father.
You already got an idea as to what you get into.
I said, all right, you know, that's why I bring it.
You got an idea as to what you get into.
Right, I bring my stuff usually with me just in case. And I said, nah, you can't even. This thing can't even reach down to the door. And we in the back. So I said, all right. I talked to my brother, my son, Dreadhead, big up DJ Dreadhead, big up Selector Corn. We inside there. We bring my shit inside. We start playing music, bro, and then when people start moving, mind you, we had no mic. Mic stopped working, everything.
True.
But when you could play music, the people gonna respond. I noticed that. And when I start playing, that feeling that I get that people love it, it's not my music, but you could select right.
Yeah.
When people love it, I love that. I love making people feel good about themselves. Like, you don't know what they coming from, you know what kind of house they coming from, what kind of work they dealing with.
You don't even know.
You don't know nothing. But if I could bring you some happiness, some form of, like Toco Loco was amazing, just everybody's happy.
Big up to Masha, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That whole rhythm.
Mad, like, I love doing that. And once that's in the forefront, you're good to go. So tying into that, what would you give? Because there's not a lot of entertainers like you in this game. 11 years you've been doing this, you still have a very minuscule amount. What would you tell upcoming entertainers, MC men, hosts? What are like some pointers you'd give them to big themselves up like better?
Yeah. Honestly, study. Not just study the music, but study. Because in equipment, right? I feel everything in life ties in. You can't yell on every mic. You gotta learn how to switch up your voice, manipulate your octaves, you know what I'm saying? The range.
So, in the world of networking, how important is it to network, whether it be DJs, venues, other host entertainers? How important is it to do that?
I mean, networking is very important, but it's also important for you to understand your own goals and, you know, aspirations, because every conversation ain't beneficial, but there's tools and things that you can pull from conversations. I remember when I first went on tour, and it was like, you know, you get a bunch of people like, yeah, I'm gonna get back to you, and now you blowing up their email or reaching out just to get the runaround. It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you also want to network with people that see something in you. Create a win-win situation. So like, one of the residencies I have at Bird Pepper Cuisine, big ups. You know what I'm saying? Being able just to oversee the vibes and provide an unforgettable experience on Friday night, Saturday brunch, Saturday night, Sunday all day, or the work I do at Pitch. You know what I'm saying? Big up to my Team Soca family. You know what I'm saying? It's key into what I want to do. Because if I put the mic down today, no Diddy pause, but if I put a mic down today and I said I don't want to MC no more, can I still have the same impact as Turn Up as to what I want to do? You get what I'm saying? I look at people like Jay-Z. When's the last Jay-Z album? But everything he's done and built behind the scenes, the music is just the icing on the cake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing with 50 Cent. 50 Cent still going on tour from Get Rich or Die Trying. Big up Fifth.
So, who is Turn Up outside of Turn Up?
Honestly, I'm first and foremost, I'm a man. I'm an older brother. I'm a mentor. I'm a pillar in my community. I used to have my own podcast. Big up to DJ Queen Lexi, DJ Dwizzy, called What's the Scene. We went strong for 2 seasons before podcasting was even a thing.
Nice.
You feel me? I'm an innovator. I used to have a social media comic series before, you know, anime was always big, but before it became popular, for lack of better words.
Yeah.
I'm a football coach. I love football, I love sports. Big up to EO, you know. 10 years strong of coaching. 5 championships in a row, the 6-1 loading.
Nice.
See the wordplay there, right?
Right.
See how certain things go over their heads, right? That's just what, you know?
I see.
Yeah, 6-1 loading. I'm an activist. You You know, I got my own nonprofit organization, Overcoming the Odds, got it tatted, where we encourage the underdog, the unrepresentative, the unrepresented to use the power of their creativity to tell their own story, to change the narrative that exists. You know what I'm saying? I've partnered with Brookdale Hospital, their youth sickle cell division at one point, to work with those, you know, those kids and allowing them to tell their own story using production. You know what I'm saying? I'm a published author 2 times. How Did We Get Here being my first book. Wrote it during the pandemic, after I lost my step pops, after the George Floyd situation, feeling alone, depressed, but nobody on the outside know, because they're not drunk, they're not alone, they're not hungry, they're not confused, they're not scared, they're, you know what I'm saying? All the different emotions I got going on. And I'm just saying, like, damn, how did we get here? Right. You feel me? My second book being urban fiction. It's the first of a 4-part series called Turnover, about a young girl who's growing up in her father's Hall of Fame basketball career. He wanted a junior, he ain't want a Jalen Rose. You feel me?
Where can the people find Mr. Turno?
Listen, you can find me on Instagram at @ITurnUpForYou. You can find me in the trenches. You can find me doing the work that others won't do. You can just find me locked in, being true to what I do. So I turn up for you.
For you, yes sir. Thank you so much once again.
Appreciate you, King.